Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Check, check. Welcome back to Gilcone Field here on the campus of Brevard College for a non-conference midweek contest between the Guilford Quakers and your Brevard College Tornadoes. Thanks for sticking with us today. I know we've had some internet issues. We're going to keep an eye on that as we go throughout today's action. Brevard comes in 3-0. It's the first game of the season for Guilford. After a solid campaign last year, finish above 500. Quakers come here to Brevard. The game originally scheduled to be at Guilford, but the weather in Greensboro has caused the game to come down here to Brevard. Brevard will travel to Guilford later in the season for a midweek contest, but a great opening weekend for Brevard. We've talked about it a lot, and it was a weekend so good that Brevard is top in the country in multiple statistical categories. I know it's just the first weekend, but some notable stats that Brevard is in the top echelon of the conference or the country in is second in team batting average, hitting .439 as a team. Second in on-base percentage, .573, worth a lot of walks over the weekend. A .214 team ERA, which is second in the country, and stolen bases, 16, which is also top 5 in the nation. Fifth in doubles, fourth in strikeout to walk ratio, 23-9. And Nico Bartolotti leads the country in batting average, hitting .750. Third in RBI with 8 through the first 3 games of 2025. So, pretty ideal opening weekend if you are the Brevard College Tornadoes. As Brevard looks to keep the good times rolling here at home against the visiting Guilford Quakers. Getting the starting lineups right now, we'll talk about the Guilford Quakers first. It'll be Cole Price saluted off, Skylar Dark. Batting second, batting third is Ryland Smith. Batting cleanup, Ryan Rodriguez. The catcher, number 30, Trevor Myers. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Ethan George. Batting seventh, or batting sixth, batting seventh is Dominic Pegues. And batting eighth, Gavin Fleming. Batting ninth, Christian Chinen. And on the mound for the Quakers is Marcelo Resigliano. So we're about to have the national anthem. We'll take a quick break and come back, talk about the first inning when we return on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Back here live on YouTube, Ryan Wilkes taking through all your coverage today here live on YouTube. Thanks for joining us today as Brevard welcomes in Guilford for a midweek contest here on a Wednesday afternoon in Brevard, North Carolina. Setting the defense for the Tornadoes, it's Davis Anders at first, Tyson Hinkle at second, Nico Bartolotti at short. Lucas Woodard, who had a great weekend at the plate, is at third. Hunter Biscay calling the signals behind the dish. In the outfield, it's Mo Love Jr. in right field, who hit his first career home run in his first collegiate action against Johnson and Wales over the weekend. Gavin Grant in center, and Tyler Kelson is a left fielder today. On the mound, the freshman from Asheboro, North Carolina, Jonah Campbell, getting his first collegiate start. A right-handed pitcher wearing number 26 out of Asheboro, wrapping up his warm-up as Biscay will throw down. Brevard back in the black uniforms with the silver letters and numbering with tornadoes written across the front. Guilford in maroon jerseys with the gray sleeves, as Cole Price will lead things off here on a Wednesday afternoon. Get going a little after 2 o'clock today as the Tornadoes look to stay perfect here early in 2026. Price stands in from the right side. Bases empty. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning. As Campbell comes set at the belt. Woodard playing in on the lip of the infield grass. Price takes home the first pitch high for ball one. As we get going here, 2:04 p.m. first pitch. As Campbell comes set, kicks and fires. This one fouled back by Price, and it's a 1-1 count. Due up for Guilford here in the first. Price will lead it off with Skylar Dark waiting on deck. Ryland Smith in the hole as we go 1, 2, 3. And the first trip through the Guilford order. The 1-1. Price takes up and away. And the count moves 2 balls and a strike. So the Tornadoes 3-0 with 3 dominant wins over the Johnson and Wales Wildcats over the weekend, looking to improve on that stretch. As Campbell kicks and deals a 2-1, it's dribbled left side towards Woodard. It gets underneath his glove and past Bartolotti for a base hit. And it's the leadoff single for Cole Price. In steps Skylar Dark, the left-handed hitter, playing right field today for Guilford. Had a great time talking to a couple Brevard student-athletes on the last edition of Tornado Talk. We had Lucas Woodard on with Kalen Milstead. Also, Vinny Carone and Cam Cook joined the show as Price leads off first. Righty Campbell sets. It's low, gets by Biscay, and will allow Price to advance to second. So an early runner in scoring position here with nobody out. A ball and no strikes to Dark, with Smith awaiting on deck. And Guilford looking to strike first here in the first inning. Off to a good start in the debut here for the Quakers in 2026. Campbell kicks and deals. It's high, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful afternoon here in Brevard, North Carolina. We've had some really good weather the past few days. The weekend's looking a little dicey with the rain, but hopefully we'll get in a 3-game set with Berea over the weekend as Campbell's next pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike. And the count's 2 balls and a strike. Wind blowing from left to right. In center field is a 2-1 home to Dark. He lines it right side. It's snagged on a hop by Hinkle, and that's the first out of the frame. Good job by Price to get back on the line out from Skylar Dark, and there's 1 down.
Back to the Quakers, third baseman number 5, Ryland Smith.
Here's Ryland Smith stepping in for Guilford with that runner still on second. And one away here in the first. Campbell comes set. The first pitch out is looped out to right, but it's tailing foul. Smith, the senior out of Archdale, North Carolina, transferred from Pitt Community College. Third-team All-Region last season, hit .401 for the Quakers. With 3 home runs, 41 RBI, so a really talented returner here for this Guilford squad. As Campbell comes set at the belt, fires home. It's on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down for Ryland Smith. Ryan Rodriguez on deck for the Quakers. As Campbell sets, takes a peek back at second, now comes home. It's downstairs, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Not a bad pitch there from Campbell, trying to get the talented Smith to chase. But he holds up. Runner on second, 1 down at the line out from Skylar Dark. Campbell kicks and fires a 1-2 home. It's outside, gets by Biscay, but he's able to keep it in arm's reach and holds Price at second. Count evens at 2-2. On the third baseman, Ryland Smith. Rodriguez on deck. Myers in the hole here in the top half of the first. No score, one hit coming from Price. It was a single through the left side. He advanced to second on a pass ball. A 2-2 is lifted down the right field line. Love Jr. giving chase, but it's going to drop in foul ground. And Smith stays alive here in a 2-2 count. Thanks for joining us here live on YouTube. Glad we could get the stream going today here at Gilcone Field for a midweek contest here between the Quakers and the Tornadoes. As we head towards the weekend, another 3-game set coming up for the Tornadoes here at home. Berea comes to town. Gamble twirls the ball on the right hand, gets the call from behind home plate. Price leads off second as time is called. And Smith will step out. Early opportunity here, duck on the pond for Guilford on the top of the first inning. Gamble got the first out of his collegiate career on a line out to second. As he sets and fires home, a breaking ball that Smith pokes to right field, but it's tailing foul. Next one to center field. Grant dives and makes a play. Price caught off second, and it's going to be a double play to end the inning. What a play by Grant in center field. Price was taken off on contact. He thought it was going to drop. Grant makes the play, throws to second, and the Tornadoes get out of the first unscathed. We head to the bottom half. No score between Guilford and Brevard right here live on YouTube.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Back here live on YouTube, the Tornadoes come to the plate for the first time. It's Gavin Grant who made the inning-ending play in center field, dove to make the play, and then threw back to second for a big inning-ending double play as Rosigliano is on the mound for Guilford. Gavin Grant in the box. Bases empty, nobody out. First pitch from Rosigliano is high for ball one. Rosigliano, the senior right-hander, tossed 50 1/3 innings last year. The 7.51 ERA as he winds and fires the pitch to Grant, who dribbles it left side. Diving stab by the shortstop, but it gets through. And same way Guilford started off its half of the first. Brevard repays the favor. And Grant's aboard first with nobody out. Here's Lucas Woodard. He had a wonderful weekend for the Tornadoes. 6 for 8, 4 extra base hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run, 8 RBI for Lucas. As Sigliano deals the first pitch, it's dribbled up the middle to shortstop, third to second for 1. Back to first is in time for a double play. So Woodard grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. That takes Grant off the base pass, and there's 2 down. Setting the defense for the Quakers as Davis Anders steps in the box. Rodriguez at first, Fleming at second, George at short, Smith at third, Myers behind the dish. Dark in right, Chinnan in center, Pagese in left as the first pitch home to Davis is up and in for ball one. Anders, a transfer from Mars Hill, saw his first action with the Tornadoes over the weekend, went 1 for 5 with an RBI and worked 3 walks for the Tornadoes in the 3-game sweep over Johnson and Wales as he takes the 1-0 on the inside corner for a strike. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Bases empty, 2 away. After Grant singled to lead off the inning, Woodard grounds into a double play. And Anders working here with the bases empty. Sigliano deals on the corner for a called strike, and it's 1-2. Looking like it could be a pretty quick inning for Sigliano here after getting some help from his defense. The windup and the 1-2 to Anders is lined up the middle. A base hit for Davis, his second here with the Tornadoes, and 2 hits for the Tornadoes in the frame. And a runner back on first for Gavin McCoy. McCoy, another Tornado that had a productive weekend, 3 for 5, 3 singles. He was a ball magnet. He was hit by a pitch 3 times. He worked a walk, came in to score 4 times. As Rosigliano sets, McCoy takes on the inside corner, a called strike. Anders taking off for second, and he dives in safely with a stolen base. So a duck on the pond here from McCoy with 2 outs and a scoreless ball game. 2 hits for the Tornadoes on 7 pitches thrown from Rosigliano. Both singles, but Anders now the scoring threat on second. A 0-1. McCoy into the right center gap. It's going to drop for a base hit. Rounding third, coming home is Anders. McCoy pulls up at first with an RBI single. 1-0 Tornadoes as McCoy delivers with 2 outs. And Brevard's in front here in the first inning. Great piece of hitting opposite field from McCoy. His 4th hit and 6 at-bats here in 2026. As Hunter Busquet will step in with McCoy on first and 2 away. 3 singles for the Tornadoes in the frame. One of them scores the game's opening run as Rosigliano deals at the top of the zone, but it's a little high for a ball. Tornadoes seeing Rosigliano well here in the first inning. He's only thrown 9 pitches. The Tornadoes have made contact on 3 of them. As Busquet awaits the 1-0 from Rosigliano, he takes it this time, catches the top of the zone, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. McCoy on first after his 4th hit. So far this season, he takes a small lead. Rosigliano sets in the stretch. Fires the 1-1. Busquet into the left center gap. It's going to drop again for extra bases. There goes Gavin around second. The center fielder slips. Now they're going to send McCoy home. The throw cut off in the outfield. And no throw home. Gavin McCoy scores all the way from first, and it's 2-0 Tornadoes. The center fielder slipped. McCoy was probably going to hold up at third. But the center fielder taking a spill, and center field allows McCoy to come in and score. It's an RBI double for Busquet. And it's 2-0 Tornadoes here in the first inning. Here's Nico Bartolotti. He's tied for first in the country in batting average after a 6-for-8 opening weekend. 8 RBI for Nico. Tied for third as he check swings the first pitch. He went around, and it's 0-1. 2 runs for the Tornadoes on 4 hits here in the first. Both runs coming with 2 outs on McCoy's RBI single and Busquet's RBI double. As Rosigliano sets to the belt, kicks and fires to Nico. It's outside, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. So far, the Tornadoes picking up right where they left off. After an offensive barrage over the weekend, scoring 39 runs in 3 games, are adding on to that tally to start Wednesday's action as Bartolotti puts a charge into one to center. Center fielder going back. It's going to drop over his head. Busquet will score easily. Nico pulling up at second. Now he's going to go to third. The throw cut off in center field. Throw down to third is in time to get him. But it's an RBI double nonetheless for Nico Bartolotti. The Tornadoes put up 3 in the first, all with 2 outs in the frame as we head to the top of the second. 3-0 Tornadoes right here live on YouTube. Great first inning for the Tornadoes after it looked like Guilford was going to crack the score column first. The Tornadoes were able to get out of it despite a runner on second with nobody out. A double play from Gavin Grant diving in center field, throwing back behind the runner to get him at second base. And then the Tornadoes 3 runs with 2 outs in the frame, 5 hits in the first for the Tornadoes as Brevard leads 3-0 as we head to the second. Campbell back out there. I want to take a second to thank one of the title sponsors for Brevard College Baseball. Brevard College Baseball fans, after the final out, keep the hustle going at Hustle Wing Company. Snap a selfie or check in on our socials on game day and score this deal. Buy 6 wings, get 6 free. That's right, double the wings, same great flavor. Celebrate the win and fuel up like a champion. Hustle on over to Hustle Wing Company, where Brevard Baseball comes to eat. Ryan Rodriguez will lead things off for the Guilford Quakers here in the top half of the second. After Campbell worked a 15-pitch first inning, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts in the first. For the freshman Campbell, he looks home, comes set with Biscay behind the dish. Kicks and fires the first offering home, it's high. And the count of ball and no strikes. Beautiful afternoon here in Brevard for midweek baseball as the senior Ryan Rodriguez takes just a bit high in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Rodriguez appeared in 35 games in his first season for Guilford last year after transferring from Pfeiffer. Hit .372 as he skies the next pitch high behind the dish. It'll go out of play. .372 for Rodriguez in 2025 at the plate. 45 hits and 121 at-bats. 3 home runs, 31 RBI for the senior out of Summerfield, North Carolina. As Campbell sets at the belt, deals the next pitch home. Rodriguez swings and misses over top of it. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Campbell in a 2-2 count, looking for his first collegiate punch out. He deals home. It's outside. And the count moves full. Bases empty. Nobody out here in the top half of the second as we go 4, 5, and 6 in this Guilford order on the first trip through for the Quakers. Payoff for Campbell as he sets and deals the 3-2. It runs inside and gets Rodriguez on the elbow. And he'll take his base, not wearing one of those elbow guards that are so common in baseball. He felt every bit of that pitch up and in from Campbell, and he gives the Quakers a leadoff base runner for Trevor Myers. Myers, a junior out of East Hampton, New Jersey. Transfer from Middlesex College. It'll be his first at-bat here for Guilford. As he stands in from the right side, leadoff base runner and Rodriguez on first. Takes a lead. As Campbell takes a peek over, but he comes set. First pitch home to Myers. He lifts it to left, crushed as Kelson goes back. This one is gone. first pitch he saw in his Guilford College career is a 2-run home run for Trevor Myers, and it's 3-2. That one a no-doubter off the bat. You could see with the launch angle off the bat of Myers, that ball was going to be trouble, and it leaves over the left field fence. And Guilford has an answer here in the top of the second. 3-2, Tornadoes still out in front. But Guilford responds in a big way with a 2-run home run as Ethan George will stand in from the right side. First pitch home to George. Clips the top of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Ethan George, a junior infielder out of Burlington, North Carolina. Hit .298 last season as he grounds this one left side, and it will get through into the outfield underneath the glove of Lucas Woodard. And George is aboard first with nobody out. Both teams seeing the ball well here on a warm afternoon in Brevard, North Carolina. As Guilford now up to 3 hits, Dominic Pregame steps in. A right-handed hitting sophomore playing in left today. As Campbell comes set, fires home the first pitch. It's just outside, actually a called strike. On the outer edge, it's 0-1. Sophomore appeared in 9 games last year, logged 10 at-bats. Had 3 hits in those 10 at-bats for a .300 batting average. As he takes lone outside, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out with Ethan George leading off first. In a 3-2 ball game, Guilford strikes back with a 2-run home run courtesy of Trevor Myers. As Campbell checks over to first. George back in well ahead of time. As Campbell prepares to deal the 1-1. He was able to work out the first despite some traffic. Got a runner on second, nobody out. As he comes set, kicks and delivers. Pugese pokes it opposite field. Underneath it is Love Jr. He'll put it away for the first out. Pugese just missed. That was a little late as Love Jr. able to put it away. And there's 1 down for Gavin Fleming. Second baseman, batting 8th in the first lineup of the 2026 season for the Quakers. The senior, he transferred from Greensboro before last season as he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Played in 21 games last season, made 12 starts. Did Fleming. 10 hits and 46 at-bats with 2 doubles and 5 RBI as Campbell comes set. The 1-0 is fouled back. And the count's a ball and a strike. 3 hits, 2 of them coming here in the second, including the 2-run home run for Trevor Myers for the Quakers. Brevard still out in front, 3-2. Campbell trying to maintain that advantage here and limit the damage as he checks over to first. Back in time is George. Fleming at the plate, Chinnon on deck. He'll round out the first trip through with the Guilford order. Price in the hole for the Quakers as Campbell delivers home. On the outside corner in the count, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first with 1 down for the freshman, Jonah Campbell. As he sets the belt. Kicks and deals a 1-2 well inside. It gets by Busquet and will allow George to race to second. Fortunate that Fleming was able to get out of the way of that one, as it would have spoiled an advantage count for Campbell. It's still 2-2, but George now the tying run aboard second base. The lefty Fleming awaits the 2-2. Campbell peeks back to second, but comes home with a 2-2 pitch. It's dribbled to the right side. Scooped up on a hop by Hinkle. He throws to first in time. For the second out, it moves George to third. But a good exchange for the Tornadoes to get the second out. As Christian Chinnon comes up to the plate with 2 away. tying run 90 feet away for the Quakers here in the second. After a 3-run first for the Tornadoes, the Quakers have returned the favor with a 2-run top of the second, looking to tie the game here with 2 down. Chinnan takes an off-speed pitch inside for ball 1. It's a ball and no strikes. Tornadoes will send Hinkle, Kelson, and Mo Love Jr. to the plate when the Tornadoes return in the bottom half of the second. But Campbell looking for that third out. The 1-0 is up and in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Chinnan, the senior. The right-handed batter's box awaits the 2-0. It's outside. And the count 3 balls and no strikes. Chinnan played his first season with Guilford in 2025, hit .298 with 25 appearances. And he's up 3-0 here against Campbell. The 3-0 pitch home is taken for a called strike. And the count moves 3-1. Top of the order awaits on deck, and Price, who's 1 for 1 with a single to start the game, was stranded at second. As Campbell kicks and fires a 3-1, it's high ball 4. So Chinnan in the bottom of the order works a walk. It's runners on the corners now for Price with 2 down.
Designated hitter number 6, Cole Price.
Price, the designated hitter today, takes his time stepping in the box. Biscay gives his infield some signals here with 2 away. As Chinnan takes his lead off first. George off third. Campbell sets. Kicks and deals the first pitch home. It's a high chopper left side that will go foul. And it's 0-1. 3-2 Brevard. As Campbell has done a nice job to limit the damage so far here in the second inning. After the 2-run home run from Trevor Myers, Ethan George followed that up with a single. But Campbell retired the next 2 as Price takes outside. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. The righty Campbell looks home. Sets and deals the 1-1. It's a high fly ball in the shallow infield. Underneath it is Bartolotti. He'll put it away for the third out. So Brevard straightens a tying run on third base as Campbell does a nice job to get 3 of the next 4 batters that came to the plate after Ethan George's single, but a 2-run home run from Trevor Myers makes it a 1-run game as we head to the bottom half of the second. 3-2 Tornadoes right here live on YouTube.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Back here at Gilcone Field, it's 3-2 Tornadoes as Tyson Hinkle will come to the plate with the bases empty, nobody out. After a great weekend for him to start 2026, he went 5 for 8, 5 RBI, a triple and a home run, hit the first long ball for Brevard College here in the 2026 season. As Resigliano goes back to work, fires the first pitch home to Hinkle. It's almost got through the right side. It was gloved by the second baseman, but no throw, and I believe it will be an infield single for Tyson Hinkle. It was a good play on a hop by Fleming. He had time to make the play, but it looked like he bobbled the ball in his right hand, and Hinkle leads off the inning with a single. Here's Tyler Kelson with the bases empty, or a runner on first, nobody out. As Resigliano comes set, delivers high for ball one. Kelson 0 for 2. He walked twice. He was hit by a pitch 3 times in his 2026 debut. Resigliano sets. Hinkle leads off first. And the pitch home to Kelson, fouled back. Count evens at a ball and a strike. 6 hits allowed by Resigliano. 5 coming in the first inning. And a 3-run frame for the Tornadoes. As Resigliano sets. Kicks and deals a 1-1. It's an off-speed pitch that clips the top of the zone. And the count evens at 1-2. It looked like Kelson was signaling that that was up. But he's down 1-2 in the count. As Hinkle with a leadoff single leads off first. The 1-2 home from Resigliano is skied to center. As a center fielder was charging in, but it's going to drop for a base hit. That one in no man's land as Chinnon and Dark both tracked after it. But back-to-back hits for the Tornadoes, first of 2026 for Tyler Kelson. And now it's first and second with nobody out for Mo Love Jr. The freshman clobbered a home run in his collegiate debut. Went 3 for 4 over the weekend. As Resigliano sets, Love Jr. puts down a bunt right in front of the pitcher. Resigliano goes to third, the tag not applied, and the bases are loaded. Actually, force out at third. My apologies. Good play there from Resigliano. Forgot there was a runner on first there. Nonetheless, runner still on first and second. Heads up play by the senior there to make the play at the third base bag. As Gavin Grant will step back in. Hinkle taking off the base pass. As Grant stands in from the right side. First pitch home is inside. And the count of ball and no strikes. Resigliano able to twirl and throw there. It was a straight bunt right back towards the mound. As Love Jr. leads off first. Kelson off second. The 1-0 home to Grant. He fouls it off to the right side. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Grant 1 for 1 today. 4 for 8 overall this season. Had 2 doubles. And an RBI over the weekend. Came around to score 4 times. As he works against Resigliano here. A righty-righty matchup with 1 down. The 1-1 home. Skied high by Grant to the right side. Fleming over on it, and it's going to drop in right field. But it's going to result. Actually, it was an infield fly, I believe is the call. So an out comes as Grant, ball fell in right, but it was called an infield fly, so he is out. The runners stay put as Love Jr. and Kelson remain on first and second here with 2 away. First pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Resigliano looking for a scoreless second here, despite Brevard tallying a couple hits, putting some runners on base. He's done a good job to recover here. The next pitch home to Woodard. He clubs it out to left, going back to left fielder. It's going to drop against the base of the wall. Kelson will score rounding third as Love Jr. He's going to score a 2 RBI double for Lucas Woodard, and Brevard puts up 2 here in the second. It's 5-2. Lucas Woodard continues what has been a great start to 2026. Grounding into a double play his first time at the plate, but comes up big here to reinstate the initial 3-run lead for Brevard. as Davis Anders, who's 1 for 1 in the afternoon, stands in with 2 down. Woodard takes his lead off second. Delivers home. Anders chops it to the left side to short. Scoop thrown a line in time for the 3rd out. Brevard gets 2 and reinstates that 3-run lead after a 3-run first. Negates the 2 runs by Guilford. In the top half of the second, we head to the top of the 3rd. 5-2 Tornadoes right here live on YouTube.
Hey now, hey now, hey now, get finger popping time. Finger popping time. I feel so good, and that's a real good sign.
New pitcher in for the Tornadoes. It's Gage Granada making his first appearance here in 2026. 13 1/3 for Gage in 2025, a 7.43 ERA. He struck out 9 batters. As we'll take a second to thank another one of our corporate sponsors, Long Cane Trails LLC, based in Brevard, is a trail building company and a proud member of the Professional Trail Builders Association for 24 years. We focused on designing and constructing multi-use trails for hikers, mountain bikers, equestrians, and UTV users. We aim to create trails that are built with long-term sustainability in mind, ensuring that users have a great time enjoying the trail's flow. To minimize our impact on the natural environment, we prioritize erosion control and proper drainage using rolling grade dips, rock armoring, and raised tread surfaces. By carefully balancing the use of machines and hand tools, we create trails that are both sustainable and enjoyable. So thank you to our 2 main title sponsors, the Brevard College Baseball Hustle Wing Company and Long Cane Trails. As Fleming will step in. The base is empty, nobody out. It's 5-2 Tornadoes here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Granada, the first arm out of the bullpen for the Tornadoes here today. After 2 innings of work from the freshman Jonah Campbell. Time is called. It looks like Granada pointing to his ear, maybe a bit of a pitch comm issue. As Granada will toe the slab ready to deal his first pitch in 2026. My apologies. Skylar Dark standing in from the left side as Granada kicks and fires. It's high for ball 1. So 2 runs in the top of the second for Guilford. On the 2-run home run from Trevor Myers, that was quickly negated by a 2-run bottom half, courtesy of Lucas Woodard on a 2 RBI double as Granada deals up and in. And the count's 2 balls and no strikes. Gage gets a call from Busquet behind the dish, kicks and fires. This one grounded to first on a line. Actually, it was a line drive that Anders was able to backhand. And there's 1 down. It looked like that one almost got to the dirt, but it did not. As Dark is retired on his 2nd line out of the contest. This time he lines out to first. And Ryland Smith will step in. Certainly one of the top returners here for Guilford in 2026. Hitting above 400 in back-to-back seasons. As a righty stands in. Granada looks home. Kicks and fires the first pitch to Smith. He takes on the outside corner for a called strike. And it's 0-1. Hit .430 in 2023, missed 2024, but came back with a vengeance in 2025 and hit .401 as he smokes one to left center. It's a base hit. And puts him aboard with one down for Ryan Rodriguez. First hit of the season for Smith, as Rodriguez will stand in with one away. Fourth hit for Guilford. Brevard has 8 in 2 innings of work offensively. Rodriguez hit by a pitch his first time up. He came in to score on Myers' 2-run home run. As Granada comes set, the lefty kicks and fires. Off-speed pitch, pretty pitch that gets Rodriguez off balance, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike, one away after the line out to first by Skylar Dark. Check over to first. Caught the runner leaning a little bit, but Smith is underneath the tag. 0-1 the count here to Rodriguez. With one down, Myers, the home run hitter on deck. Ethan George in the hole for the Quakers here in the top half of the third. Granada kicks and fires the 0-1. Swing and a miss again. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. For the Tornado defense. As Granada sets, takes a look over to first. But comes home with a 0-2. Rodriguez up the middle. Snagged by Hinkle. He tags second for one. Throw to first. Well in time for an inning-ending double play. It goes 4-3 as Hinkle takes it himself. And a scoreless top half of the third for Gage Granada in his 2026 debut. We head to the bottom half of the third. Brevard still leads 5-2 right here live on YouTube.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Gavin McCoy will lead off the home half of the third as the Tornadoes lead 5-2 right here live on YouTube as Gavin McCoy RBI single his first time at bat, came in to score all the way from first on Hunter Biscay's RBI double. As he stands in from the right side to face off with Rosigliano. The Tornadoes have been seeing him well here early in this contest as McCoy grounds one up the middle. Snagged at short, throw to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out for Rosigliano here in the third inning. Good play by George on a hop off the infield grass as Hunter Biscay will come back up for his second appearance. RBI double, first time at the plate. 3 consecutive RBI knocks started by McCoy and Biscay and Bartolotti, who stands on deck. First pitch home to Biscay. It's called strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Rosigliano looking to answer Granada's scoreless top half of the third with one of his own. Here in the bottom half as Rosigliano deals home, it's low. The count evens at a ball and a strike. Right-handed Rosigliano winds, fires to Biscay. It's up and outside. And the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Biscay is 3 for 8 this season, has his first extra base hit in his last time at the plate. As Resigliano winds and deals, Biscay down the right field line, tailing. It's going to drop for a base hit. Hunter Biscay, 2 for 2, as he's aboard for Nico Bartolotti. Bartolotti and Lucas Woodard have been battling for the team lead in RBI, as Woodard became the first Tornado to enter double-digit RBI with a 2 RBI double his last time at the plate. Bartolotti with 9 RBI so far this season as Biscay leads off first. Nico takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. 9 hits for the Tornadoes, have tallied at least a hit in every inning so far. As Biscay takes the lead off first. The right-handed Resigliano comes set. The 1-0. Nico takes again outside. Ball 2. Bartolotti in the box. Hinkle on deck. Kelson in the hole for the Tornadoes. As we go through the second trip through the Brevard order. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Resigliano comes set. Kicks and deals a 2-0 to Nico Bartolotti. Same spot, same result. 3 balls, no strikes. As Nico up big in this count. With how he's been swinging the bat, walking him's probably not the worst thing you can do. As he awaits the 3-ball, no strike offering from Resigliano. He sets and fires. Outside again, ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Nico Bartolotti. And it's first and second now for Tyson Hinkle. Out comes the pitching coach for Guilford. They're going to make a call to the bullpen here. Take the ball from Resigliano, who will exit after 2 1/3. And we'll get a new arm for Guilford here. Tough situation here. Runners on first and second. Just 1 out. Resigliano responsible for both. As we will take a break, come right back and talk about the new arm for Guilford when we return on the other side.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Tyson Hinkle will step in to face off with Isaac McGuire. Runners on first and second, 1 down for this Tornado offense, looking to build on a 5-2 lead. As McGuire delivers outside for ball 1. Isaac, the right-handed grad student out of Wilkesboro, North Carolina, missed 2025 due to injury. He appeared in 2 2/3 in 2024. As the right-hander looks home, Hinkle awaits a 1-0 with Runners on first and second, and Bartolotti and Busquet. Next pitch home is a called strike across the heart of the plate, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Hinkle 1 for 1 with a single. Came around to score on an RBI double from Nico Bartolotti. McGuire comes set, kicks and fires a 1-1. It's up and in and gets by the catcher. Will roll to the backstop, and Busquet and Bartolotti advance to second and third, taking away the double play ball. And now 2 in scoring position as the pitch goes behind Hinkle and to the backstop. So 2 balls and a strike to count, with Bartolotti off second, Busquet off third. The 2-1 home from McGuire. Grounded right side, stabbed by the first baseman, throw home. The tag is not in time, and Hunter Busquet comes in to score. It's 6-2. Not a bad idea there by the first baseman to throw home. But the tag by Myers not in time. Rodriguez decided to try and get the out at home. But Busquet, a nice slide to get underneath the tag. Bartolotti advances to third. And Hinkle aboard first. Still with 1 down. Here's Tyler Kelson with runners on the corners. Runner takes off. Kelson skies one to right center. Going back to the track, the wall. It's going to get off the base of the wall. Bartolotti will score easily. Hinkle right on his tail. A 2 RBI double for Tyler Kelson. And Brevard starting to pile it on. It's 8-2. All Tornadoes here in the third inning. A 3-spot, 3, 2, and 3. The line score reads for the Tornadoes. As Mo Love Jr. will stand in from the right side. Kelson takes his lead off second. McGuire comes set, delivers to Mo Love Jr. He pops it foul to the right side and out of play. And it's 0-1. This Tornado offense has picked up right where it left off over the weekend. Continuing to score at a high clip as Kelson takes his lead off second after the 2 RBI double. McGuire kicks, fires the 0-1 to Love Jr. He chops it foul in front of home plate. And the count 0-2. Love Jr. in the box. Gavin Grant awaits on deck. Lucas Woodard in the hole for the Tornadoes. As a right-handed McGuire looks home. And he comes home with a 0-2. It's inside as Love Jr. able to avoid the pitch. Count moves, a ball and 2 strikes. Right-handed McGuire sets at the chest. The 1-2, runner takes off. Pitch gets by Myers, and now rounding third, coming home is Kelson. Now he'll pull up, try to go back to third. Now he's caught in a rundown. The ball gets away, and Kelson scores. It's 9-2 Tornadoes. Myers tried to throw back to the covering third baseman, but it skips, gets away from Smith, and Kelson scores. The base is now empty. The count 2-2 on Mo Love Jr. 4 runs here in the third for the Tornadoes, an error for Guilford. The first for either side as McGuire fires. Love Jr. fouls it off, and the count stays 2-2. 9 runs on 10 hits for the Tornadoes, and we're only here in the third inning. As McGuire sets the belt, deals the 2-2. It's well inside, gets Mo Love Jr. on the back as he throws his bat towards the Tornado dugout, and he'll take his base to first. Back to the top for Gavin Grant, 1 for 2. As the leadoff man for the Tornadoes back in for the third time. Love Jr. on first, still only one away as the Tornadoes build on this crooked number in the third. Sits at 4. As McGuire sets, Love Jr. takes his lead off first. He'll take off on the pitch. Grant skies this one to center. Center fielder back to the wall. He'll make the play. Love Jr. coming back around second to head back to first. Looks like he'll get back in time, and he will. After the hard line drive from Gavin Grant, good play in center field by Chinnan. He puts it away for the second out. As Lucas Woodard back to the plate, he's been on an absolute tear to start the season. Grounded into a double play his first time, but a 2 RBI double in his last time at the dish. First Tornado to enter double-digit RBIs in the 2026 season. As Love Jr. takes his lead off first, Woodard chops the first pitch from McGuire foul. And it's 0-1. Guilford got within 1 in the second on the 2-run home run from Myers, but since then, the Tornadoes 6 unanswered runs to build a game-high lead of 7. As McGuire deals, Love Jr. takes off, Woodard down the third base line and foul. As Love Jr. will once again head back to first. Maybe get a little tired out there. He was halfway to third base when that ball was caught in center field. Had to get back to the first base bag, and that time was taken off on the pitch. Woodard pokes it foul. And the count 0-2. McGuire sets. Love Jr. with a healthy lead off first. He'll take off again. The pitch is outside. Throw down well offline. And Love Jr. nabs second. Man, that was a big lead for Mo at first. And even if the throw was in time or online, it would have been probably behind Mo Love Jr., who was seemingly at second by the time the ball was caught at home. As the count moves 1-2. Another runner in scoring position for Lucas Woodard as he pokes the next pitch to shallow right. Charging in. The play will not be made. The ball drops as Mo Love Jr. rounds third, comes home. The tag is in time. What a relay to get Mo Love Jr. at home plate on the single by Woodard. And Love Jr. tagged out at home, but not before Brevard puts up 4 in the third. We head to the top half of the fourth. It's 9-2 Tornadoes right here live on YouTube.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Trevor Myers, the lone RBI man so far for Guilford, will step in. The base is empty, nobody out here in the top half of the fourth. All Tornadoes so far, it's 9-2 as we enter the fourth inning. Gage Granada back out there after dealing a scoreless top half of the third. Looks to deal with Myers here. The base is empty and nobody out. Granada, the lefty, kicks and fires outside for ball one. And it's a ball and no strikes. 4 runs in the third for the Tornadoes to balloon this lead to 7. As Granada sets at the belt, kicks and deals to 1-0. It's outside ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Myers, who crushed a 2-run home run on the first pitch he saw in a Guilford uniform to make it 3-2 at the time. But since then, it's been all Tornadoes. 6 unanswered runs to create this 9-2 lead. As Granada deals a 2-0, swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike on Myers. As we go Myers, George, Pegues here in the 4th inning. Granada deals a 2-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out for this Guilford offense. Looking to find something here in the top half of the 4th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 straight strikes from Granada after falling behind 2-0 in the count. There's 1 down. First strikeout from this Tornado pitching staff today. And there's 1 away. Here's Ethan George, a single. He got to 3rd in his first time at the plate. But was stranded right there as Granada kicks and delivers. It's high for ball 1. It's a ball and no strikes. 1 away for this Tornado defense. Looking for back-to-back goose eggs on the scoreboard. As Granada kicks and fires a 2-0 pitch, it's upstairs, ball 3. So Granada behind in the count once again, but he was able to work out of it last time. We'll see what he's got here as George up in the count. Granada kicks and fires a 3-0 pitch. Paints the outside corner for a called strike. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Ethan George. Lefty-righty battle here as Granada looking to claw back in the count, deals the 3-1 pitch. It's skied high to center. Grant gives chase and will make the play on his horse, backpedaling towards the wall, and that's the 2nd out. 2 down for Dominic Pegues. With the bases empty, so far so good for Granada. He's fallen behind early in the count. But back-to-back at-bats in which he's battled back by putting the ball in the zone. And out via the punch-out, then a fly out to center for Granada here in the 4th. First pitch home to Pegues is a called strike. It's 0-1. Top of the 4th, Tornadoes lead 9-2. Thanks for joining us here on a Wednesday afternoon for the first midweek baseball game for Brevard here in 2026. Next pitch is tipped foul, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty for Pegues. The 7-hitter for Guilford today. Fleming's on deck. Chinnon in the hole for Guilford. We'll see if we get there. As Granada working in a 0-2 count, fires home. It's low, ball 1. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 18 pitches so far for Gage in his first appearance here in the 2026 campaign. So far, so good. As he deals a 1-2, Pegues guides this one high to right. Love Jr. on his horse to the wall. It's going to get down on the base of the wall. Pegues rounds second. He'll pull up right there with a 2-out double. The second hit allowed by Gage Granada. And a runner in scoring position here for Guilford with 2 down. Looked like that one just carried. Didn't look like Pegues got his full barrel on it, but it carried back to the wall. Love Jr. a nice job to get it in and limit Pegues to 2 bases as Gavin Fleming steps in. He grounded out to second his first time at the plate. As the lefty stands in with 2 away. Guilford can't do it all with 1 swing, looking to chip away at this 7-run deficit here in the 4th as Pegues keeps inning alive with a 2-out double. Granada kicks and fires. Fleming takes a hair inside for ball one. Fleming 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. Just his second at bat. The Tornadoes have been able to bat through the order a couple of times. But just his second trip through for Guilford as Granada delivers a breaking ball. Pretty pitch. Catches the inside corner for a called strike. And it's a ball and a strike with 2 away. Pregame stands on second. Chinnan in the hole, top of the order, and Cole Price. Chinnan on deck, top of the order, and Cole Price awaits in the hole for Guilford. As Pregame a healthy leadoff second, Granada fires home. Fleming pokes it right side. Diving stab by Hinkle. Throws to first. And now coming home is Pregame. A tag at the plate. Dropped as Fleming races to second. A wacky play in which Hinkle threw to the covering Granada and heads up base running by Pregame around third and come home. As Busquet looked like the tag was in time, but the baseball trickled away, and it's 9-3. It'll count as a single for Fleming. As Pregame scores, and Christian Chinnan will stand in with Fleming on second. So Guilford back on the board. The lead is still 6 for the Tornadoes, 9-3. As Chinnan walked his first time at the plate, stands in from the right side. With a runner on second and 2 down. Granada delivers home. Called strike on the inner edge, and it's 0-1. Granada sets. Fleming takes decent lead there off second base. Couple looks back by Granada, but he'll come home with an off-speed pitch on the outside corner, and he's up 0-2. Granada, long look home, comes home with a 0-2. Runner takes off. A line drive to the left side is foul. Right over top of the glove of Woodard. As Chinnan stays alive, a hit and run tried to be put in play by this Guilford team. But it's lined down the third baseline and foul. 6 hits for Guilford, 11 for the Tornadoes so far. As Granada comes set. The lefty kicks and fires. Chinnan skies this one high towards shallow center. Looks like Bartolotti goes down to 2 knees and puts it away for the third out. So Brevard limits the damage to just 1. After an RBI single from Gavin Fleming, we head to the bottom half of the fourth. It's 9-3 Tornadoes right here live on YouTube.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Davis Anders up to the dish to face off with a new arm for Guilford. The right-handed freshman John Yarnovich is into the contest. Coming from Summerfield, North Carolina. We'll work with Anders here to start the bottom half of the fourth. And deals on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. So Anders to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Transfer from Mars Hill Stands in for the first at bat at the bottom of the fourth. This one is high as Yarnovich loses his cap. And the count, ball and a strike. The 2-1 home as Anders lifts one to left. It's carrying to the wall. This one is going to leave. Anders with a solo home run to lead off the fourth. Out to left, and Davis Anders gets the run back for the Tornadoes. It's 10-3. Here's Gavin McCoy after Anders' solo home run, his first of his Brevard career. Second hit of the day. As McCoy, 1 for 2, awaits the first pitch. It's inside for ball one. 10-3 Tornadoes, 12th hit of the day for Brevard. As Yarnovich winds and deals the next pitch to McCoy. Clips the inside corner, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Bases empty, nobody out. As Brevard, each time Guilford has had a little bit of a surge, Brevard has answered. 2 in the second for the Quakers, answered by 2 in the bottom half. Now 1 in the fourth in the top half, answered immediately by Anders on a solo home run. Next pitch on the outside corner, a called strike, and it's 1-2. McCoy in the box, Biscay on deck, Bartolotti in the hole for the Tornadoes. As a right-handed Yarnovich winds and fires a 1-2 pitch, McCoy fouls it back. And the count stays 1-2. An explosion from this Tornado offense, scoring in every inning, 3 in the first, 2 in the second. The crooked number of 4 in the third, now 1 here in the fourth. 10 runs on 12 hits. As Yarnovich winds, fires the next 1-2 pitch. McCoy fights off the off-speed pitch to the right side. And the count stays 1-2. The Brevard bench got excited there. Looked like a one-handed snag made by assistant coach C.P. Pyle down the first baseline. As the count stays 1-2 on McCoy, Yarnovich winds and fires. McCoy clubs one to left. Going back the left fielder on the track, and he'll first out. McCoy just a hair underneath that one as Pegues puts it away. Just feet away from Brevard's second home run of the inning. As Casey Shanks will pinch hit here for Hunter Biscay. The freshman catcher went 2 for 2 in his collegiate debut. 2 singles, 2 RBI, and a walk for Shanks. Freshman out of Sewanee, Georgia, will stand in from the right side with the bases empty and 1 down as Yarnovich looks to limit the damage just as a solo home run for Anders. As Yarnovich back in the windup, looks home to his catcher, Myers, and readies to fire the first pitch home. A windup and a delivery from Yarnovich. Shanks, first pitch, rips it down the right field line. A fair ball. Ball goes all the way to the wall as Shanks rounds first, heads for second. And he's in there with a stand-up double. First extra base hit of Casey Shanks' young career. And he's in the scoring position for Nico Bartolotti. Bartolotti can match the team lead in RBI with 1 swing of the bat. As I mentioned earlier, Lucas Woodard leads away with 10. Bartolotti with a duck on the pond, swinging a hot bat. 1 for 1 today with an RBI double and a walk. Stands in from the right side, or the left side, to face off with Yarnovich as Shanks leads off second. Yarnovich sets at the belt. Kicks and deals the first pitch home to Nico. It's low for ball 1. And the count of ball and no strikes. 1 away for this Guilford defense. After Shanks' double, the 13th hit of the afternoon for the Tornadoes. We're not even halfway through this one. As the Tornadoes continue to swing the bat at a high efficiency. The 1-1 to Nico Bartolotti is outside. for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Tyson Hinkle awaits on deck. Tyler Kelson in the hole for Brevard. As the right-handed Yarnovich sets, Shanks dances around off second. The 2-0 is high ball 3. Another advantage count for Nico Bartolotti. Walked his last time at the dish. And is 1 pitch away from doing the same here in his 3rd time at the plate. Right-handed Yarnovich comes set. The 3-0 home to Nico is a called strike on the outside corner. Count moves 3-1. 1 run already for the Tornadoes here in the 4th. The leadoff home run from Davis Anders to make it a 7-run game once again after Guilford got 1 in the top half of the 4th. 3-1 to Nico. It's skied high to the left side. Pegues giving chase. He's underneath it and will put it away for the 2nd out. So Nico Bartolotti, it's a rarity to say this, but he's retired for the 2nd out. He's only been retired 3 times this season, as he's now 8 for 11 in 2026. Flies out to left. As Tyson Hinkle 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, one of them resulting in an RBI. Has another opportunity to do so right here with 2 down. Shanks leads off second. Yarnovich comes set. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball that stays low. And the count of ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes, 2 down. Shanks on second after roping a double earlier in the frame. Right-handed Yarnovich comes set. Deals home the next pitch to Hinkle, who takes it high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. With Kelson waiting on deck, he had a 2 RBI double his last time at the plate. And Mo Love Jr., who's reached twice, he was hit by a pitch last time, is in the hole. The 2-0 home from Yarnovich is on the outside corner, a called strike, and it's 2-1. $16 pitches so far for Yarnovich in his collegiate debut. As he fires home the 2-1, Hinkle takes high, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. With 1st and 3rd unoccupied, 2nd covered by Casey Shanks. Freshman catcher, another hit. He's 3 for 3 so far in his collegiate career. As Yarnovich kicks and fires a 3-1, Hinkle fights it off to the right side and foul. And the count will move 3-2. Scoreboard's full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As the Tornadoes look to build on this 7-run lead. After leading 3-0 initially, Guilford had 2 in the top of the 2nd, but since then the Tornadoes have been able to answer the punches thrown by these Quakers. As a payoff pitch home from Yarnovich, Hinkle back up the middle. It's going to drop in the outfield for a base hit. Shanks rounds 3rd. The throw is cut off. Shanks will score standing up. And Tyson Hinkle, another RBI single. And it's 11-3. Second RBI of the game for Hinkle. As Shanks comes in to score. Another pinch hitter here for the Tornadoes. As Bryson Jenright will come in to hit. He was a leadoff hitter for a couple of games in that season opener for the Tornadoes. As he pinch hits here for Kelson. The pitch is outside. Throw down to try and get Hinkle is in time for out number 3. Good throw from Myers behind the dish to catch Hinkle stealing, but the Tornadoes put up another 2 in the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 11-3 Brevard right here live on YouTube. And then
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
New arm in the contest for the Tornadoes. It's the freshman Stash Spear out of Asheville, North Carolina, making his first college appearance. Here an 11-3 ball game right here live on YouTube. The Tornadoes taking care of business so far as we enter the top half of the fifth. 11 runs on 14 hits for this Tornado team, as Spear is the third arm used for the Tornadoes after Granada came in for a couple successful innings. As Campbell dealt 2 innings, Granada did the same. As Cole Price, the leadoff hitter, will come in to face Spear. First pitch is inside for a ball. It's a ball and no strikes. Bases empty, nobody out. Here for this Guilford offense. Going to have a bit of an answer offensively as Spear delivers to Price. A called strike on the outside corner. And the count evens at 1-1. What a beautiful afternoon for baseball. About 60 degrees here in Brevard, North Carolina. Spear delivers the 1-1. It's downstairs. Count moves 2 balls and a strike. Been blessed with some fortunate weather here recently. It looks like the 50 to 60 degree temperatures will continue for about a week. So looking forward to that as the 2-1 home is a high chopper to the left side. Scooped by Woodard. Throw across the diamond is in time, but it gets by Anders. And gets away. It was a rush throw there by Woodard. Looked like initially Anders had it, but it went back behind him and puts a runner on first. It's an error on the Tornadoes. And brings Skylar Dark to the plate. So Price aboard. Here with nobody out. It's a tough play there for Woodard. The throw was in time to get Cole Price as he takes the lead off first. Quick check over to him. And he's back in safely. So the error will go on Davis Anders as the pitch home to Dark is low. And the count of ball and no strikes. Top of the fifth here, Brevard leads by a game-high 8 runs. After putting up another 2 runs, another check over to first. Anders has to adjust to catch that baseball and avoid advancement from Price, who's back in ahead of the throw. Ball and no strike here to Dark. Ryland Smith on deck. Ryan Rodriguez in the hole for Guilford. As Spear sets and delivers high and outside. Count moves 2 balls and no strikes. Looking ahead to the weekend, it'll be a 3-game set, assuming the weather holds up with Berea coming to town. As Brevard has been off to a scorching hot start, especially offensively here in the 2026 campaign. Next pitch clips the outside corner, and it's called strike. Count moves 2-1. On the right fielder, Skylar Dark, 0 for 2 with 2 lineouts, 1 to second, 1 to first. In his first 2 at-bats this season. Another check over to first on Price. Back in safely. Freshman Stash Spear making his first appearance. Standing 6'2" at Asheville, North Carolina. Kicks and fires at 2-1. Line through the left side, a base hit for Skylar Dark. That moves Price station to station. First and second, nobody out for Ryland Smith. So 2 runners aboard for the Quakers in the top half of the 5th inning. 7th hit of the day for Guilford, who, all things considered, really hasn't had a bad day offensively. It's just been overpowered by Brevard's bats so far this afternoon, but a lot of game left. And a good start here to the 5th for Guilford. First pitch home to Smith is chopped foul. And it's 0-1. Smith 1 for 2, lined out to center. That resulted in double play to end the first inning, and last time up, singled. 1 for 2 this season. We've talked a lot about him and his return to Guilford. In the 2 seasons he appeared in, he's hit over 400. Hit 430 in 2024, 401 last year in 2025. As Spear comes set. Comes home with a 0-1. Off-speed pitch. Nice pitch to get Smith off balance. And the count is 0-2. Dark on first after the single. Price moves over to second. He reached on the error by the first baseman, Davis Anders. As Spear kicks and fires. Downstairs, Shanks gets in between his legs as the runners advance to second and third. Price to third. Dark to second. On the pass ball. Called a wild pitch on Stash Spear. That puts 2 runners in scoring position, takes away the double play opportunity for this defense. But still a 1-2 count on Smith. Rodriguez awaits on deck. Myers in the hole. Pitch home is chopped high, left side and foul. And Smith stays alive. 1-2. Spear, the freshman, learning pretty quickly against a hitter as experienced and talented as Ryland Smith. In a battle here, a 1-2 count with nobody out. Spear kicks and fires. Smith pokes it right side. Anders in foul ground is underneath it, and he puts it away for the first out. So Spear wins the battle with Smith and a big out number 1 as it brings Ryan Rodriguez to the deck. So Rodriguez will stand in from the right side. Hit by pitches, first time up. Came in to score on Myers' 2-run blast. Grounded into a double play his last time up. As Spear tries to work his way out of this top of the 5th. He kicks and fires the first pitch to Rodriguez, who takes it up and in. And it's ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner on second and third for the Quakers. The 1-0 is high, ball 2. Again, the Quakers can't do it all with one swing, but a good opportunity here to chip away at this 8-run deficit. As Spear sets and delivers. Top of the zone for a called strike. And it's 2-1. One hit in the frame for Guilford. It was Dark single as he now stands on second base. Next pitch home. Also a strike on the outer edge, and it's 2-2. Spear looking for his first career punch out as he works in a 2-2 count here with Ryan Rodriguez. Spear sets and delivers a 2-2. It's fought off to the right side. Anders giving chase and foul ground, but it will go out of play, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Myers awaits on deck with Ethan George in the hole for the Quakers. As Spear steps off the rubber, now re-engages here in a 2-2 count with Rodriguez. Price off third, Dark off second. The 2-2 home is low and outside as Rodriguez holds off the tailing breaking ball at the hand of Stash Spear. And the count moves full. First base unoccupied, second and third covered. As Spear kicks and fires the payoff. It's just off the play. Actually, a late strike 3 call, and Spear has his first punch out. Couldn't tell exactly what the umpire was doing there as he stepped back and eventually rung up Ryan Rodriguez, and there's 2 down. Here's Trevor Myers. He left the yard in the second inning. And he stands in with 2 down. The first pitch home, a ball downstairs. And the count of ball and no strikes. Huge punch out there for Rodriguez to get the second out, keep the runners at second and third. As the righty sets and fires the 1-0. Clips the top of the zone for a called strike. The count evens at 1-1. Spear looks home to his fellow freshman, Casey Shanks. Kicks and deals a 1-1. Shanks tried to pull it up, but it stays low. And the count's 2 balls and a strike. George awaits on deck. Pegues in the hole for Guilford. Trying to get anything across here in the 5th, but this one chopped to the left side. Woodard routine play over to first in time for the final out of the 5th. Spear works around runners on second and third with 1 out, and he has a scoreless frame in his first inning of his college career. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Tornadoes still lead 11-3 when we come back on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Back here at Gilcone Field, New Ormond, the contest, it's Connor Sinclair who takes over on the rubber. Played in 6 games last year. That's with a 3.38 ERA and 5 1/3 innings of work. And he'll work against Bryson Jenright to start off the home half of the 5th. Bases empty. Jenright was up to bat the last time up with a caught stealing to end the frame as Jenright gets his first at-bat of the afternoon. Pinch hitting for Tyler Kelson. He skies the first pitch left side, and it will go out of play. Count 0-1. Kelson exits after a 2-for-2 afternoon. As the lefty Jenwright awaits a 0-1, he watches it high. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Sinclair, the senior, standing 6'5" at North Augusta, South Carolina. Will toe the slab and set. 1-1 home to Bryson, a breaking ball that catches the heart of the plate for a called strike. And it's 1-2. 11-3 your score. Great job by the freshman Spear to keep the Quakers off the board. They're in the top half of the fifth. Dealt with some traffic but worked around it. As a 1-2 home to Jenwright stays low and the count evens at 2-2. In the opening weekend, Bryson had his first collegiate hit. It was a double that scored 2. As a right-handed Sinclair sets at the letters, fires a 2-2. Jenwright watches it low, ball 3. Bryson's worked the count full here to start the bottom half of the fifth. The base is empty and nobody out. And the 9-hole hitting Mo Love Jr. awaiting on deck. Actually, it looks like could be a potential pinch hitter. Kyle Andrews. He came in right field in the last half inning as Jenwright fouls off the payoff and will prepare for another 3-2. Sinclair sets, kicks and fires the payoff. Jenwright up the middle. It's snagged on a hop throw to first is on line as the second baseman losing his balance. Still able to make the play as Fleming puts him away for the first out. Good play over there by Fleming. He tripped over his own feet, but he was still able to make the play as Kyle Andrew will get his first at-bat in 2026. Appeared as a pinch runner in 2 games and came around to score twice. But will step in the box for the first time this season, coming in for Mo Love Jr. with 1 away. First pitch home. Andrew checks swing. He went around for a strike, and it's 0-1. Guilford looking to keep this right where it is. Sinclair off to a good start as he retires Bryson Jenwright. 0-1 home. Downstairs in the dirt. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Andrew out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Working here against Sinclair in his first inning out of the pen. The righty sets, delivers a 1-1. It's up the middle, right into the glove of Sinclair. On a line for the second out. Robbing Kyle Andrew of a base hit. Does Sinclair. And there's 2 down. Here's Gavin Grant, 1 for 3. With a single, a pop out to second, and a line drive to center. As he stands in with 2 down. Base is still empty as Sinclair looks for a scoreless 1-2-3 fifth inning. He misses inside there for a ball. Count a ball and no strikes. Two away for the leadoff hitting Grant with the bases empty. Next pitch home skips in to the catcher Myers, and the count moves 2 balls and no strikes. Bottom half of the fifth inning, it's all Tornadoes, 11-3. 11 runs on 14 hits for the Tornadoes, 3 runs on 7 hits for the Quakers. As Sinclair deals a 2-0, and it plunks off the helmet of Grant. That will send him to first. It's the best advertisement for helmets that you could ever see, as that one runs up and in, and Grant turns away from it. Just gives him a little bump on the noggin as he heads down to first. And sets the table here for Lucas Woodard, runner on first with 2 down. Woodard 2 for 3 after grounding into a double play in his first at-bat. Has since ripped a 2 RBI double and also a single as he continues his scorching hot start to 2026. Had a great conversation with Lucas on Tornado Talk on Monday. Really great kid and glad to see him doing well here to start the 2026 campaign. All in all, he's 8 for 11 with now 5 extra base hits, 3 of them doubles, a triple, and an inside the park home run in that series against Johnson and Wales. As Grant takes off on the pitch, it gets underneath the glove of Myers into the backstop as Grant takes a big banana peel around second, but will stay right there. As he nabs second base, Myers able to recover. And now another runner in scoring position for Lucas Woodard, who's been an RBI machine. He's already into double digits with 10 after knocking in 2 today. And it's a ball and no strikes. The sophomore Lucas Woodard. The 1-0 home to Lucas is on the outside corner for a called strike. And it's 1-1. A big part of our conversation, Lucas and I, was just a bigger role he's been asked to take on here in 2026. He's had no problem doing that so far. As the 1-1 is skied high in the infield. Shortstop tracking after, but it's going to drop in the outfield. I believe it's going to go as a base hit for Lucas Woodard. A high towering fly ball that falls in center field. There are 3 Quakers right there, but none of them can get to it. And add another for the Tornadoes, another hit for Woodard. A little bit unconventional of a hit for Woodard, who's been knocking the seams off the baseball so far this season. But hey, you'll take it. 11th RBI of the season for Woodard. And he gives way to Davis Anders. Pitches downstairs. Woodard was taken off. He'll take second standing up on a pitch that was downstairs. A ball and no strikes to Anders, who hit a solo home run in his last time at the plate. He's 2 for 3 this afternoon. And he's up a ball and no strikes in the count. As the Tornadoes keep that streak alive. 5 innings where the Tornadoes have scored runs here in this ball game. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third, 2 in the fourth, now 1 here in the fifth. To build this 12-3 lead as Anders takes another pitch high and in. Counts 2 balls and no strikes with Woodard leading off second. Sinclair kicks and fires. It's high again, ball 3. Gavin McCoy awaits on deck. 1 for 3 this afternoon, but crushed a pitch to left. Pegues was able to make a nice play on it deep in left field. As the right-handed Sinclair comes set at the letters. The 3-0 home to Anders is low ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Davis Anders. As looks like Guilford set to make another change on the mound. Looks like a new arm potentially coming out of the bullpen here for Sinclair, as it will be a new arm entering for the Quakers, it seems, as Sinclair exits with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on first and second. When we come back, we'll talk about the new arm for the Quakers on the other side when we return.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Freshman Raines Denman enters to take over for the Quakers here in the bottom half of the 5th. Runners on first and second, 2 down for Gavin McCoy. As Woodard leads off second, Anders off first after a 4-pitch walk. First appearance here for Denman as he fires home to McCoy. It's a lace to the right side, a base hit trickles in the outfield. Rounding third, coming home is Woodard. And Anders standing up at third. Gavin McCoy, an RBI single. And it's 13-3. Gavin's been on a tear as well. There's pretty much everybody has had a great start to 2025 for the Tornadoes. As Woodard comes in to score, McCoy with his second RBI knock of the day. He's 2 for 4. And Shanks will step in with McCoy on first, Anders on third. And another 2 spot for the Tornadoes here in the 5th inning. 16 hits for the Tornadoes on the afternoon. And we're just over halfway through this ball game. As Denman, the righty, sets, fires to Shanks, a nice breaking ball that catches the top of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Denman, the 6-foot freshman out of Houston, Texas, looks home to his catcher, Myers, comes set of the letters, kicks and deals a 0-1. It's up high this time to Shanks. It's a ball and a strike. Casey in his first at-bat off the bench, a double, eventually came in to score. The talented freshman, one of the handful of catchers we've seen this season so far for the Tornadoes. Definitely a position of depth as Shanks swings and misses. And the count's 1-2. It's been 3 guys we've seen behind the dish. Biscay, the veteran, with Shanks and Declan Duffy, the 2 freshmen who have called the signals behind the dish for the Tornadoes. As Denman deals the 1-2, it's low. Runner takes off, and McCoy, he slides and he's tagged out. Gavin caught stealing to end the inning. As we head to the top of the 6th, the Tornadoes add 2 more, and it's 13-3. We'll be right back when we return on the other side. Back here at Gilcone Field, Tornadoes cruising 13-3 as we're through 5 innings of baseball. The Tornadoes have yet to be held scoreless in an inning. Guilford otherwise has been held to a goose egg in 3 of the 5 innings, otherwise just 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth. For the Quakers, is Stash Spear back out there while we have a second. Another one of our sponsors. Join the fun at White Squirrel Baseball Academy. We offer week-long kids baseball camps right here at Gilcone Field. Sign up today to develop your skills and play it like a tornado. Scan the QR code on the back of the first base line bleachers for more information, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at White Squirrel Baseball. So we kick off the top of the 6th with a pinch hitter for the Quakers. Caleb Coggins will pinch hit here with bases empty and nobody out. With Stash Spears, after his first inning of baseball, pretty good scoreless frame. As he was dealing with runners on second and third, but got out of the inning. Also tallied his first career strikeout as Coggins stands in from the right side. The freshman out of Trinity, North Carolina, takes a ball low. That's a ball and no strikes. 13 runs on 16 hits for the Tornadoes. As Spear kicks and deals up high, and the count's 2 balls and no strikes. Coggins pinch hitting for Ethan George, who finishes a day 1 for 2 as Coggins takes a called strike. And the count moves 2-1. Pegues is on deck, assuming that he stays in. He will. He's taking his cuts in the on-deck circle. As 2-1 home, misses outside. Count moves 3-1. Gavin Fleming in the hole for the Quakers here in the top half of the 6th inning. As count 3-1, Spears to Coggins. Coggins skies the next pitch high in the infield. Bartolotti underneath it and puts it away for the first out. A couple defensive changes we haven't quite talked about yet. Shanks behind the dish, obviously, coming in a pinch hit for Hunter Biscay. And in the outfield, Kyle Andrew. Gavin Grant stays in, and Bryson Jenwright in left. The infield stays the same with Andrews at first, Hinkle at second, Bartolotti at short, Woodard at third. As Pegues stands in, first pitch home to him is a breaking ball that stays inside for a ball. And it's a ball and no strikes. Spear comes set of the letters, deals a 1-0 to Pegues. He takes, it catches the upper outside corner for a called strike, and the count evens at 1-1. Thanks to everybody for tuning in here today on your Wednesday afternoon as the Tornadoes look to improve to 4-0 on the young season. Spear just misses the inside corner, and the count moves 2-1. Right-handed Spear kicks and delivers a 2-1. Pegues chops it foul off his hamstring, and the count evens at 2-2. First game of 2026 for Guilford. There's been some good here today, but overall the Brevard offense has just overpowered the Quakers with 13 runs on 16 hits. Third time in 4 tries that Brevard has scored double-digit runs. Did it twice against Johnson and Wales. Was 17 in the opener. Scored another 14 in the finale. And an 8-0 victory sandwich in between the two. The 2-2 home from Spear. Off-speed pitch. Gets him a cut. Miss. Strike 3. Second strikeout for Stash Spear. And 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. So Sam Melton, the pinch hitter here for Guilford as he comes in for Fleming. With the bases empty and 2 down, Spear looking for a 1-2-3 frame as he faces off with the senior out of Cartersville, Georgia. Sam Melton, a two-way guy, also will see some time on the mound for Guilford. Played in 16 games last year, 8 starts for the Quakers. Hit .241 with 29 at-bats last year. As Spear kicks and fires the first pitch home, it stays outside for a ball. And the count of ball and no strikes. The right-handed Spear sets, kicks and deals a 1-0. It's a called strike across the heart of the plate, and the count evens at 1-1. A lot of solid freshmen we've seen so far in a short amount of time for the Tornadoes. Talked to Vinny Corona and Cam Cook about the poise of these freshmen as Spear gets another swing and miss, and it's 1-2. If I didn't tell you and you're watching Stash Spear today and some of these other freshmen, Casey Shanks, Bryson Jenwright, Mo Love Jr., you wouldn't know unless I told you the 1-2 home is a breaking ball low, and the count evens at 2-2. I feel like so often in college athletics you can tell when there's a player that's a freshman, you can tell that there's youth there, but I haven't seen that from this freshman group as Spear deals a 2-2, a breaking ball outside corner, ring him up, strike 3 for Spear as he strikes out 2 in the 6th, and we head to the bottom half, back-to-back scoreless frames for Stash Spear, and it's 13-3 Tornadoes when we come back for the bottom of the 6th inning on the other side. Casey Shanks will lead off the bottom of the 6th for Guilford. So Braden Bradford's in to pitch. He'll deal with Shanks here in a 13-3 ball game in the bottom of the 6th as Bradford deals his first pitch inside for ball 1. A couple defensive changes as well. Trey Pitts heads out to short. Jackson Shaner at second. And Hayden Sakanik in center as the next pitch stays outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Casey Shanks, freshman catcher, who's done a really nice job both offensively and defensively for the Tornadoes so far. He skies the next pitch right side and foul. And it's 2-1. Second at bat for Shanks. He doubled his first time up, came in to score for the Tornadoes. And Nico Bartolotti is on deck. Tyson Hinkle in the hole. 2-1 home from Bradford. Breaking ball, pretty pitch for a called strike. The count evens at 2-2. First collegiate appearance for the right-handed Bradford out of Jamestown, North Carolina. Standing 6 foot. Kicks and fires at 2-2. Off-speed pitch stays high. Count moves full to Shanks to lead off the home half of the 6th. Back-to-back scoreless frames for Stash Spear. 3 strikeouts for him. As the payoff pitch comes home from Bradford, Shanks fouls it back, and count stays full. Good fight from Shanks here, freshman to freshman, with the battle against Bradford. As it comes set, deals the next 3-2. Shanks fights it off again to stay alive. The count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff again home from Bradford. Off-speed pitch that misses up and in, ball 4. And Shanks will take his base. And a runner on first with nobody out. Here's Nico Bartolotti as Shanks reaches for the second time. Bottom of the 6th, 10-run lead for the Tornadoes. As the right-handed Bradford sets at the belt, Shanks takes his lead off first. Check over to first on Shanks, not in time as he dives underneath the tag. Left-handed Bartolotti, who's been swinging a hot stick for the Tornadoes, awaits the first pitch from Bradford as he kicks and delivers. It's outside for ball 1. Count a ball and no strikes. Bartolotti, one of the veteran presences on this team in his junior season at Lake Wiley, South Carolina. He is off to a phenomenal start here in 2026. As Shanks leads off first, Bradford kicks, fires the pitch home. It's on the outside corner for a called strike. And it's 1-1 to Nico. He was retired last time up, flew out to left, only the 3rd time this season that he's been retired. As he awaits the 1-1. Look over to first again to check on Shanks. He's back in time. Lefty Bradford sets at the belt. Kicks and fires the 1-1 to Bartolotti. It stays outside. Count moves 2-1. Runner on first and Shanks, nobody out. You're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tornadoes a 13-3 convincing advantage to try and stay perfect here in 2026. Another look over to first on Shanks. No problem getting back in time. As that jersey continues to get dirty for Casey Shanks. He's been checked on 3 times in this battle with Nico Bartolotti. As Bradford kicks and fires at 2-1. Bartolotti, a dribbler left side, snagged by the shortstop on the backhand throw to second for 1. To first, not in time to get Nico Bartolotti, but a great play in the 6-hole by Trey Pitts on a hard hit ball by Nico Bartolotti as Shanks is taken off the base pass, and Bartolotti will replace him at first. As Hinkle stands in, 3 for 3 today, 3 singles, 2 of them scoring a run. As Tyson stands in from the right side to face off with Bradford here with 1 down. Bartolotti takes his lead off first. Bradford kicks and fires outside for a ball. It's a ball and no strikes. Tornadoes looking to keep that streak alive of scoring in every inning so far. Has scored in 5 of the 6 frames. And still working here in the bottom half of the 6th. Bartolotti dances off first base. The 1-0 home to Hinkle. He loops it to left for a base hit as Bartolotti will pull up at second. Hinkle with his 3rd single of the afternoon. And it's first and second, a 4 for 4 day for Tyson Hinkle. As Bryson Jenwright comes back up for his 2nd plate appearance. Grounded out in his 1st. Seventeenth hit of the day for the Tornadoes as Bradford steps off. Bartolotti off second, Hinkle off first with 1 down. As the right-handed Bradford kicks and fires downstairs for a ball. It's a ball and no strikes. Some traffic for the Tornadoes, looking to continue to add on to this 13-3 lead. As a lefty, Jenwright awaits the 1-0. Bradford kicks and fires. Jenwright grounds it right side to second, flip to second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. As it moves a runner to third, Hinkle out at second, and Jenwright will be aboard first with 2 down.
Batting for the Tornadoes, right fielder number 6, Kyle Andrew.
Here's Kyle Andrew, his 2nd at bat. He lined one right back to the rubber last time up and was out on the line drive, but a hard hit ball for Andrew in his 1st at bat here in 2026. As he stands in from the right side, Jenwright leads off first, Bartolotti off 3rd. As Bradford looking for the first scoreless frame for the Quakers. As the pitch is a ball, runner takes off. Throw is not in time, and Bartolotti, as the ball goes in the outfield, will score. And Jenwright heads to 3rd. So the Tornadoes will not be kept off the board. A double steal and an error by the catcher, Myers. As the ball goes into center field, Bartolotti scores. Jenwright goes first to 3rd on the error, and it's 14-3. Great base running there for the Tornadoes. It was going to be a tough play at the plate regardless, as Bartolotti was taken off as soon as Jenwright was diving into second. As Andrew watches the next pitch off the plate, actually a called strike, catches the outside corner. The count is 1-1. So Andrew with an RBI opportunity here. With a runner on 3rd and 2 down. Bradford kicks and fires an off-speed pitch. Nice pitch across the heart of the plate for a called strike, and it's 1-2. The righty sets. Fires a 1-2 home. Andrew corkscrew off the bat down the first base line, kind of in no man's land. Flip to first. Gets away as Andrew will race to second. Jenwright comes in to score an RBI single on a softly hit ball. As Andrew scores Jenwright, he stands on second with 2 down. First hit of the season for Andrew results in an RBI as Jenwright scores. And the Tornadoes continue to pour it on. It's 15-3. Another pinch hitter here for the Tornadoes. It's Tegan Hedrick in to pinch hit for the Tornadoes. His first collegiate at bat. The freshman will stand in here with 2 down. A freshman out of Thomasville, North Carolina, with Andrew standing on second. The first pitch home, low for ball 1. Andrew races back to second. 15-3 your score, another 2 runs here in the 6th as Hedrick stands in. Awaits a 1-0 from Bradford, who kicks and fires. Downstairs to Hedrick, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. As the Tornadoes have scored 2 runs in 3 consecutive innings, while holding Guilford scoreless in 2 of those to continue to extend this lead. It was a 1-run game as we entered the bottom of the 2nd. The lead has only grown since then. As Hedrick awaits the 2-0. Right back up the middle. It'll squeak through for a base hit. Andrew rounds third. He'll come in to score as the throw is not in time. And Tegan Hedrick has his first collegiate hit that makes it 16-3. Andrew comes in to score, and it is all Tornadoes as the lead grows to 13 on the 19th hit of the day for Brevard. And it'll bring Lucas Woodard to the dish. Actually, Woodard is going to go back to the dugout and hand off a bat. Somebody else here, as it looks like a commotion in the dugout, trying to get someone ready to go here. Christian Hobson will pinch hit with 2 down. Had 1 at bat against Johnson and Wales, results in a double play. As a senior will come in with 2 away. Hedrick on first after his RBI single. So 2 down. Hedrick takes his lead off first. As Bradford sets. Kicks and fires the first pitch home. Hobson off the handle of the bat in the infield. Picked up on a hop. Throw to first is in time to end the inning. But Brevard gets 3 more. It's all Tornadoes 16-3 as we head to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back here live on YouTube.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Back here at Gilcone Field for the top of the seventh, a slew of defensive changes to talk about. Kyle Andrews at third. The middle infield remains the same with Hinkle and Bartolotti at second and short. Austin Ogles making his collegiate debut at first base. Cannon Morrison's in right. Bryson Jenright's in center. And the freshman Tegan Hedrick is in left. As the new arm on the mound, Jackson Wegledge finishes his warm-up. Get started here on the top of the seventh. It's all Tornadoes.
For Guilford, number 16, Hayden Sakanic.
As a new bat in right now, Hayden Sakanic will hit with Jackson Wegledge on the rubber. Wegledge, the lefty, gets ready to deal his first pitch of the afternoon. He comes set. Fires to Sakanic high for ball one. Wegledge, a freshman, 5'11" at Huntsville, Alabama. Looks to deal with Sakanic here to start off the top half of the seventh. The lefty kicks and fires. Sakanic takes a hair downstairs, and the count moves 2 balls and no strikes. Wegledge kicks and delivers, pops it up high behind home plate, and the count moves 2-1. So the infield goes Ogles at first, right to left, Hinkle at second, Bartolotti at short, Andrews at third, and Shank still behind the dish to catch Wegledge here in a 2-1 count. Fires home. It's a called strike on the outer edge. It's 2-2. Morrison's in right. Jenright's in center, and Hedrick's in left. Here in the top half of the seventh. 16 runs on 19 hits for the Tornadoes. Just 3 runs on 7 for Guilford as Sakanic fights the next pitch off. And the count stays 2-2. Wegledge looking for his first career punch-out. Facing his first career batter. Talk about the pitching lines here in a moment. There's been 6 different arms used by Guilford as a 2-2 home. Just inside, and the count moves full at 3-2. Tornadoes using their 4th arm. It was Campbell to get the start. He went 2 innings. Allowed 3 hits, walked 1. Gave up 2 runs as the next pitch home from Wegledge. Sakanic flies it up left side in the infield. And Bartolotti puts it away for the first out of the 7th. Gage Granada came in for 2 innings, allowed 1 run on 3 hits, and then 2 scoreless for Stash Spear. He struck out 3.
Pinch hitting for Guilford, number 9.
So another good outing for this Brevard pitching staff, a staff that currently ranks 2nd in the country in team ERA at 2.14. It's probably gone up just a little bit here in this contest as the pinch hitter awaits the first pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Chris Shoemaker will pinch hit here for Guilford with 1 down in the top of the 7th. It's a 16-3 ball game. We'll see if the mercy rule is in effect here to the top of the 7th. Keep an eye on that as Wegledge delivers. It's fouled back in the count. A ball and a strike. Shoemaker in the pinch hit. Skylar Dark remains in the lineup. He stands on deck. As a lefty-lefty battle here between Wegledge and Chris Shoemaker. Wegledge delivers a 1-1 home. It's outside. Count moves 2 balls and 1 strike. The Brevard pitching staff has been excellent so far this season. We've seen 3 freshmen today. Again, going back to the point of the freshmen, just the composure and the poise to deliver so far this season, both offensively and defensively. As a 2-1 home from Wegledge. Downstairs ball 3. And the count moves 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to the left-hand hitting sophomore Chris Shoemaker. Wegledge sets and delivers a 3-1. It's low ball 4. That'll put Shoemaker on first with 1 down. Double plays in order for the defense here with Skylar Dark stepping in.
Everybody for Guilford right fielder, number 2, Skylar Dark.
Dark will stand in from the left side. Another lefty-lefty battle here. The runner on first and 1 away. Wegledge comes set at the letters. Kicks and fires the first pitch home. It's called strike, and it's 0-1. Dark 1 for 3 today, lined out twice to first and second, and then singled his last time up. As Wegledge set Shoemaker at first, the offering home stays outside and low. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Wegledge quickly comes set, working efficiently on the rubber. Kicks and fires a 1-1. Dark pops it up left side. Shanks giving chase and foul ground, and it will drop right in front of him. And the count moves 1-2. Shanks had ditched the mask. He was kind of trying to basket catch that one, but couldn't quite find it in the sky. And the count 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, and an out with Shoemaker on first after he walked. Wegledge looking for his first career strikeout. He kicks and fires a 1-2 off-speed pitch. Just misses outside. And the count is 2-2. Wegledge comes set at the letters. Runner and Shoemaker takes off. Dark skies this one to right center. It's going to drop in the gap. Shoemaker on his horse coming around third. It'll race home as Dark pulls up at second with an RBI double. Guilford not down yet as Dark scores Shoemaker all the way from first. As Ryland Smith steps back up to the dish with one away. 8th hit of the day for Guilford as Wegledge exchanges baseballs with Casey Shanks behind the dish. Get ready to deal the first pitch here to Ryland Smith. With Dark on second, 1 down. Here for the freshman Jackson Wegledge. Smith stands in from the right side. Dark takes his lead off second after the RBI double. Wegledge kicks and fires. It's inside for a ball. Count a ball and no strikes. Wegledge needs 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th as he delivers to Smith. A called strike on the outside corner. Count evens at 1-1. Pretty quiet day for Smith, all things considered, with his accolades as a hitter. 2 seasons hitting above 400. Just 1 for 3 today. His impact has been limited as Wegledge deals high and away. Counts 2-1. Single in his second at bat. He didn't go any further than first. A line out, a fly out, and foul ground to first base. As Wegledge deals a 2-1. This one looped over the head of the shortstop in the right center gap. Dark's going to round third. He'll come in to score. And Smith pulls up at first with an RBI single. So back-to-back RBI knocks for this Guilford offense, 16-5. Guilford's on the board for the first time since the 4th inning here in the 7th. And Ryan Rodriguez will step in with Smith taking a lead off first. Double plays in order for this defense. First pitch home is clubbed out to right. Going back the right fielder to the track. The wall will get down over his head. Another extra base hit as Smith will pull up at third, and Rodriguez in with a stand-up double. 3 consecutive hits for Guilford. It was a late jump for Smith from first. Waiting to see if that one was going to drop. As Trevor Myers will stand in, 1 for 2 with the 2-run home run and a strikeout. Actually make it 1 for 3. He was retired his last time at the dish as well. Second and third for Guilford. Still just 1 out. Wegledge trying to work out of this one as he kicks and fires. Downstairs, Shanks blocks it up. Smith thought about going home, but he stays put. As a count of ball and no strikes. Guilford seeing the freshman well here in this half inning. 2 runs and 2 other ducks on the pond here as Guilford registers its 10th hit of the afternoon. Wegledge sets and delivers. Swing and a miss by Myers, and it's a 1-1 count. Wegledge looking for the second out against a big bat here with Coggins likely awaiting on deck. Wegledge sets and deals a 1-1 home. Another called strike. It's 1-2. Be a big second out here to get a dangerous bat in Myers. As Rodriguez leads off second. Smith off third. The pitch home is swing and a miss. Dropped by Shanks. Throw down to first in time for the second out. First collegiate punch out for Jackson Wegledge. Second time Myers is retired on strikes. And there's 2 away. It'll actually be Trey Pitts to come in and hit here. He was a defensive substitution in the last half inning. And we'll see if this out ends it. The mercy rule is in play. Not sure if they're applying it today as Pitts takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Count a ball and no strikes. Still 2 runners in scoring position for Guilford. But Wegledge looking to work out of this top half of the 7th. Strand runners on second and third. The pitch home to Pitts. A called strike, and the count evens at 1-1. Pitts, a sophomore infield out of Lando Lakes, Florida. Awaits the 1-1. Delivery home. Downstairs. Count moves 2-1 on Pitts, the lefty, with Rodriguez and Smith still standing in scoring position with 2 down in the frame. Wegledge looking to limit the damage to 2. Fires home. Downstairs, ball 3. Gets him in between the legs of Shanks, but not far enough to advance Smith. As the count moves 3-1 on Pitts, first base is unoccupied here. But second and third covered by Rodriguez and Smith. As Pegisa waits on deck. Wegledge comes set. The 3-1 home to Pitts. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Counts full, scoreboard's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th. We'll know more whether or not the mercy rule is in play based on the reaction. If the Tornadoes are able to get this final out right here, the payoff is lined to second. Hinkle on one knee makes a play for out number 3. And it looks like the Tornadoes coming out of the dugout, and that will be ball game. The Tornadoes win 16-5 in 7 innings. As we do finally figure out the mercy rule is in play, Brevard with a dominant showing today. 16-5, 16 runs on 19 hits for the Tornadoes, 5 runs on 10 hits for the Quakers. As the Quakers fall to 0-1, Brevard improves to 4-0 as we look forward to a weekend series with Berea here at Gilcone Field. I'll talk to you then. Ryan Wilkes signing off after Brevard improves to 4-0. We'll talk to you next time right here live on YouTube.